India's dramatic 2020 for latest action film. Coming soon. The editor couldn't wait any longer. So I shared a movie that just came out called Ghost. This is an extremely dangerous crime. Escorted by 4 armored vehicles, armed to the teeth and to helicopters. Ready to go to the world's most dangerous prison. The first day in prison. He's been spotted by the CAs of District 4. CA Area 4, just need to signal immediately. There are 20 thugs. Healthy items carry under iron weapons. Surround him to face the situation. The new ghost, hidden to reveal his buffalo-like toned muscles. A person plunges into the head of a ghost, but the ghost doesn't fall, but turned and looked at him with cold eyes. The second man ran into Ben Mon. But Mon just feels a little itchy. Scalp. The rest of you, if you see that he can take such a beating, join him. The council of the 4 house area saw him off to heaven. But I didn't expect that to completely infuriate the ghost. In just a split second, he whipped some of the big boys out. I want you all to jump in. The rest of you are welcome. Go up and tear him apart. It's like the ghost is out of his mind, repeating over and over again, I'm the AI for these violent criminals. He didn't even notice. He stepped forward. He used his arm as big as a bucket of water to knock down the people nearby. Ten thugs he beat up. Cho did not have time to protest. District 4 is still being pursued by him everywhere. The director of the prison wanted to do good. You can see this through the monitor. The police immediately ordered the door to be opened. Detention Zone 2 and Zone B, an extremely dangerous criminal, like a wild beast set free. The ghost chased the Grand CA Zone 4 to the big yard, but he's locked inside. At the same time, the striped CA of District B was also unhandcuffed. The prison director wants to use both to deal with Mon. Face to people who cannot be less than me. The ghost did not flinch towards them. All the prisoners in the prison are watching this. When just approaching, a white man and a black man in unison. Punches as hard as a ton into the hidden ghost. He was beaten up on the spot. But Mon. I can't stop thinking about who I am, and why is it here? But I can't think more. The black bull rushed to give Mon a steel punch. Those two are tough. But still not the enemy of the ghost. The bald man is trapped by a hidden ghost. He slammed his hand on the ground to ask for help. But the ghost didn't give him a chance to clench his hand until the old man's dead. The prison director is even more upset. Threw a tear grenade at him. While the ghost is examined by the prison doctor, they found out he was injected with a drug, epilepsy and a sedative. High dose. The combination of these two is enough to make an elephant mature into plants. But the ghost has remained an outlier to this day. However, his previous memory was completely lost. The ghost is as excited. Suddenly he stood up and knocked out the prison director. A nearby GA tank punctured by a bullet. Cause GA gas to leak. Another security guard couldn't react. Also seriously injured. Fall down. Finally, the man jumped through the window and escaped from the prison. He went to a car repair shop, break handcuffs and change prisoners' clothes. He lost his memory, but he's not stupid. Change clothes immediately. While on the road, he was slapped on the shoulder from behind. By reflex, he gripped the enemy. He explained that he was just a driver. And said, I know Mon. Mon now knows her name. The driver said, I saw Mon with a woman a few days ago. Maureen immediately requested, he took me to see that woman. But when they got to the woman's house, she was shot in the left eye and lost her life. It looks like she was just murdered. Maureen found a bloody notebook in her house and realized that a page of the book had been torn apart. Maureen noticed the marks on the paper. Use lead immediately on the driver's eye to find out the number on it. After going out, Maureen called that number and detect the person on the line. He's an Indian police chief. He seemed very familiar with him. To find out his true identity. Man, helped by driver, steals boat to India. When he arrived, he bought a phone and a card. New SIM, then called back to the sheriff. Not long after, the police chief rushed to see him. Maron curiously observes the enemy, but immediately detected a ray. The laser aimed at the police chief. Maron by reflector. That pulls him down, and a copper candy. Passing by 2 people, Maron dragged him away forever. Until you get on a train. They both breathed softly into the group. But Mon, looking back, the sheriff ate a candy bar. Right chest. He told Mon to leave quickly and protect Vivek. He didn't even have time to say anything. He was shot in the left eye. That's exactly how the Kier woman was treated. The man picked up his phone and ran away. At the same time, call for Vivek. And it's very clear that Vivek is also very familiar with Man. This time Vivek are about to enter a martial arts match. National level synthesis. Man is very worried. Hurry to tell everything, but the noise in the arena was too loud. Vivek couldn't hear him clearly. In times of emergency, Man robbed a motorcycle and rushed to Vivek. But when we got out on the road, he was stopped by a motorcycle gang. Man tries to get rid of them. But they hang on like adhesive can't cut the tail. Meanwhile, Vivek's match has begun. A female assassin silently on the roof, building an aim shot from a distance of 3 kilometers into Vivek. In the arena, Maron's still harassed by motorcycle gang. Without understanding what's going on, now Vivek wins and becomes the champion. When the referee announced the results, the female assassin pulled the trigger. Vivek was shot in the left eye. Death on the spot. When Maran arrived, it was too late. He still doesn't know who he is. During Vivek's funeral, his wife recognizes Mon through the narration of his wife Vivek. Mon knows that she has a girlfriend. He followed the address to his girlfriend's house. She was so happy to see him again. But hidden ghosts, I can't remember any information about you. But he is very sure of one thing, the killer will kill all the eyes associated with him. To find the killer, a ghost decides to use his girlfriend as bait. Lead him out. In public places, the ghost is watchful and observes everyone around. And as predicted, a masked man tried to assassinate them. Mon was ready to immediately counterattack and take that guy to heaven. There are others waiting for an opportunity to attack. An axe flying towards his girlfriend, but Mon quickly caught. Girlfriend back. Please hand me a rose. She's shy, gently banging on Mon. When you turn away, Mon's eyes, it immediately becomes cold and rushed into the opponent with a fatal blow. More and more hidden assassins are approaching them. Mon asks her brother-in-law to take his girlfriend away first. Then he immediately locked the front door. The killer's in the building. No one can escape. The ghost dodges attacks and counterattacks. Takedown 1. The tough coconuts he smashed with his head. All babble touching my head made me remember a few small memories. When the assassins are about to be ruthless, the ghost has no mercy. Now he's like a god of war. At that moment, man, I finally remembered my lost memory. More and more assassins are coming. Another group broke through the main door and stormed in. This group is also holding a grenade launcher behind the man. Aim for the killer in front and fire. These people are even more like assassins. He jumped out of the car and sat in the front seat. These people in black are his subordinates. Turns out the ghost is the boss of India's biggest gang. People who want to take life. He's the owner of a pharmaceutical company named Mastic. Mastic still doesn't know he's been exposed. A convoy surrounded his luxury car. The driver got out of the car and locked the door. There's only Mastic left in the car. When he was confused, the car was filled with gasoline. The fire immediately enveloped the entire car, but that's not all. A forklift shovels into the undercarriage and lift people and cars into the air. If you want to run, there is no escape. Man standing on high pedals, a blow that breaks the windshield. He questioned the Mustika SAO and targeted him. In a life-threatening situation, Mustik forced to tell the truth. He said the shipment was worth $18,000. I was detained by a customs officer. This customs guy named Azun looks exactly like Mon. Mastic offered a bribe of 10 billion. But Azun is an official of integrity and hatred, hate crime. Azun discovered out in container of Mastic. There are many drugs that cause disability. Many of the children are being run by unscrupulous pharmaceutical companies, harm, leading to birth defects. So, Azul has retained 18 trillion worth of Mustik. That's how Marin realized his previous girlfriend. She's Azul's girlfriend, people who are like him. 5. I'm interested in Mastic's $18,000 billion. They said they would work with Mastic to seize back the shipment in the container from Taejun. But Mastic had to pay him 8,000 billion as revenge. Life held in Maroon's hands. So Mastic had to agree. Azul Customs prepared to transfer the shipment of Mastic to the national warehouse. To keep the shipment, Mastic sent a group of assassins to block the road. A gang ride a motorcycle bomber to force the car to stop. But Azul came first. The bus came back and did not hesitate. Straight into them. And in the blink of an eye, some people got punched. Azul fired several shots in a row, all hitting the target. The motorcycle group has 7 defeats, so the Mustang moved to plan B. More than 10 vehicles are fully armed. Close to Azul's convoy. As soon as they showed up, they fired at the truck driver. Except for Arjun Ra, all the other drivers have returned to the motherland. They forced the container trucks to stop. But still do not forgive Arjun. When Azul was besieged, a tank fired off a shell. They immediately destroyed 2 cars. The tank driver is Mon. He shot another shot. The others panicked and wanted to run away, but it's too late. 2 more cars with the cars in the back overturned. The rest quickly fled. But the ghost didn't give them any chance. He's driving a tank in pursuit. In the blink of an eye, the Mustang's people are destroyed. Azun wanted to run but could not escape. He's determined to go first to prevail. He drove up into the air. Straight towards Mon. But Mon is quick to react. He aimed at the back and fired a shot. Azun immediately jumped out of the car. Fortunately, there was no danger. Mary jumped out of the tank. Right after that, the 2 are identical to start a most primitive battle. They both possess extraordinary power. Those who do not accept 7 defeats. The man kicked hard. And then handed over to a spray gun that's been kicked up. Azun did not give up either. He also kicked out a submachine gun. Man determined to shoot down Azun's submachine gun. Now victory has been decided, but ghosts don't kill Azun. Right now, Mastic came to the scene with the ghosts. The ghost helped Mastic get the box. Mastic brought 8 trillion in cash to avenge Lao. When the lady with the money left, Mon immediately turned face with Mastic. He soon investigated Ra, head, not just a pharmaceutical company boss, In fact, they always take nominal production of drugs for smuggling. Weapon of the murder of Azan's friend. Previously, it was all revenge by Master. For being detained by Azan. Main told Azal. Even though I am a criminal, but I haven't forgotten the source. And Mastic is a traitor to his country. Let Azal decide for himself. Handle Main or terrorist Mastic. Azal lived his whole life for the country, so I didn't hesitate to target the Mastic and hit a dead end. Finally, Mon fired artillery to destroy the weapons and the cargo. All the blame is on Mon. He faked the master's body. Into my body. Azan becomes a national hero, and Mon carrying 8 trillion cash of master. She fled the country and changed her name to Reno.